Hi, fans of high quality entertainment. So I have 10 questions to ask you, the viewer. And, I'm seriously curious, otherwise I wouldn't be asking these questions. And so I hope all of you answer them, or at least most of you. And I also just wanted to mention, in case you don't know, I have two YouTube channels, and I wasn't planning to, but I am uploading quite often on my the channel I've had for many years, Canadian Studmuffin. And in fact, today I'm posting more from my series, The Worst Album Covers of All Time. So please make sure you're subscribed to this channel and my other one. I'll have a link below. So 10 questions, maybe while you're watching this video and I'm asking the question, you can pause the video and start writing a comment about each of the questions. And I'll answer them also, just in case you don't know about me. So first of all, number one, do you have any pets like right now? And as some of my viewers know, I don't have any pets now, and I had two cats for the last few years, and then Jinx passed away 2 years ago this December, and then I lost my other cat, Middens, a few weeks ago, and so it's been, kind of heartbreaking for me, and I'm still not over it. It's going to take a while to, it's been a sad time for me, but at some point in the future, I do plan on getting another cat or two. And I love dogs too, by the way. Okay, number two. Now make sure you start writing. Answer that question. Okay, number two. This is more personal. You don't have to answer it, but do you believe in life after death? And I do, because, the way I look at it, it's like you go through all this in life and then it just ends and there's nothing. That would suck. I know some of you out there are religious. I'm, personally not religious, but I am spiritual. And so I do believe in the afterlife. I don't know why I go like that. Maybe it's down here. I hope it's not down here. Okay. Number three. Now, did you answer that question? Yeah. Okay. Number three. This is more for me than, more of a personal question, and I have asked this before, but I'm always interested in the answer if you can remember. Do you remember the first video of mine that you ever watched? Maybe it's this one. Okay, number four. Pause the video and answer that. Number four. Yeah, along the same lines, how long have you been watching my videos? For like a year, 2 years? I know some of you have been watching my videos for like 10 years, which is kind of scary. But I've been on YouTube for over 18 years, so there might be a few of you that have been watching me from close to the beginning. Number five, another kind of personal question. You don't have to answer, but how old are you? And my answer is I am 66. I'll be 67 February 28th of next year. Yeah, this is another personal question. Feel free not to answer it. But number six, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you as of today? For me, I'm usually, in a good mood. I'm usually, I always try and stay positive. But this year has been pretty rough for me with, my cats passing away the last couple of years, losing monetization on my Canadian Studmuffin channel for 3 months, but it is back now. struggling with chronic pain, so it's not all happy, but I've got Molly, of course, and I've got my viewers on YouTube. You guys, I know sometimes I get these messages that I lift you up or whatever, when you're having a bad day, but you guys do the same for me with your comments, so thank you. So on a scale of 1 to 10 right now, I guess I'd say about a 7 out of 10. Music related. What are your 5 favorite bands or solo artists? Let me change that. I'll just, instead of solo artist, make it a little simpler. What are your 5 favorite bands? Right now, as of today, and it always does change year after year. The Beatles will always be number 1. Sparks. The Beach Boys, who I wouldn't have been saying that a year ago. Yes. I had to think about it for a minute, but I think I'm going to go with Can. C-A-N. And once again, a year ago, I would not have even really known about that band. Number 8, another personal question. You don't have to answer, but you could just say what country you live in. Where do you live? Now, don't give me your address, but the city you live in, or the state you live in, or the country, whatever. I live in Trenton, Ontario, Canada, and I've been here for almost 50 years. I was born in North Bay, Ontario. Then when I was, I guess, a baby or, pretty young, we moved to Winnipeg, Manitoba. My dad was in the Air Forces. And then we moved here to Trenton in 1965. All right, number 9. Yeah, this is this is very, it's very interesting for me to see how other people live. Now, forgetting work. If you have to work, you have to get up at a certain time and maybe go to bed at a certain time. So say you're on holidays or whatever, or you're not working. On average, what time would you stay up until, and what time would you wake up in the morning? Now, for me, it's changed through the years, especially since I'm not working. But I don't sleep as well as I used to. And there are some nights, I would say on average, I go to bed early to listen to music. And I usually will fall asleep probably by 10 at night. But I wake up early. I was awake at about 4 in the morning. I woke up and, sometimes I'll try and go back to sleep, but like this morning, it's like, oh, I'm getting up. And I start working on, editing videos and working on my Patreon. So yeah, I was at my computer about 4:30 in the morning with a nice cup of coffee. So I would say I go to bed at 10, and I would say on average, I wake up at 5. Saving the biggest one for last, because as you know, as some of you know, I'm a big fan of music. And, hopefully I get serious answers. Who do you think is the best American band of all time? Now, in the past, my answer would have been, like a year ago, it would have been Blue Oyster Cult or Grand Funk Railroad. I know some of you might say the Eagles, but I've never been a big fan of the Eagles. But as of lately, it's the Beach Boys for me. I've always said recently, I've always loved the Beach Boys music, but I've just become more obsessed with them. And listening to full albums like Sunflower and Friends, Surf's Up, they are truly my favorite American band. I know they're Glenn Kellaway's They're not Glenn Kellaway's favorite American band. But I'd be curious for your answers for that. And that is it. I'm looking forward to hopefully some serious answers. And thank you very much. Have a great day. Please remember to check out my other YouTube channel, Canadian Studmuffin, and please subscribe and check out my worst album covers of all time, part 8, or no, part 9. It'll be posted today. Thank you. Goodbye.